on those two areas, did it perfectly in executing his game plan. And now what type of plan does he script up against Sadullayev?
He has some of the best hips in wrestling. If you're going to attack him, you need to get him off the ground, because when he sprawls, he's going to get go-behinds. Sadullayev, as we know, gets fast to the outside and comes up very tall with his attacks. His motion, his push, his pull, his snap, his pass, he clears weapons as well as anybody in the world, if not the best in the world.
There's a lot of talk about the trilogy, Chapter 3, Sadullayev and Snyder. Well, it's a different type of trilogy tonight. These two have met 3 times, including tonight's matchup. Very recently in the semis, the Olympic Games back in 2016, and then the finals of the European Championship most recently in 2018. Both those matches, by the way, won by Sadullayev. He won 2-1 in the finals of the European Championship, an 8-1 win for Russia in the semis of the Rio Games.
2011 world champion.
Both of them getting up from 86 to 97, growing into the weight. Sadullayev in 2017 in Paris was just coming up to 97. He still wasn't fully grown into the weight. Now he's I wouldn't say a huge 97, but he's a big 97 kilo wrestler.
We'll get our first whistle. Passivity, Azerbaijan. He goes up on the shot clock.
And Sadullaev's smart. He's not going to attack straight on into the hips. He's going to allow Sharifov to come to him. Nice snap by Sadullayev. Good motion. Beautiful attack by Sharifov, coming quickly off of his knee. Neither of these athletes are going to spend too much time on their knee. Sharifov on the clock after his second passivity warning. 5 seconds to go. We're going to see the first point on the board for Abdul Rashid Sadullayev.
Sadullayev strikes the passivity point, a 1-0 lead. Inside a minute to go in this opening period.
Official asking for contact. They seem to be wrestling from the outside. I think everyone in the crowd wants to see these two scrap a little bit and make some attacks.
Telling Sharifov to keep that head up. Head up usually means offensive wrestling, so now a verbal warning to Sadullayev, wanting some more action. It's been a pretty slow-paced opening period. Sadullayev with a 1-0 lead. Does this pace favor Azerbaijan, Brian?
It does, because if he can keep it close, one hold can make a big deal, like he did against Snyder.
Here is Sadullayev with a shot off the whistle into a sit-out position. No points yet. There's 2 for Sadullayev. The champion scores unanswered points toward the end.
And that's the one thing that he does really well. If he gets to a leg, he's going to get 2. His motion, he cracked Sharifov down. He didn't allow Sharifov to whizzer and get his hips up, and he was able to plant and keep his right hip on the ground while he came around for 2. That's why he is so good, because he's opportunistic and he scores when he needs to score. At the end of the period, that could pay dividends towards the end of the match, just scoring at the end of a period. I was on the plane with our official. He's from Puerto Rico, and I saw him before this match, and he was so excited to be doing the last match of the evening. Pacing a little bit, as a matter of fact, because this is a big stage.
First thing he said to both wrestlers as they arrive back at the center mat, more action, please. Sharifov down. Here's Sadullayev on a shot. Sharifov trying to bury that head, put the pressure on those hips, trying to come up with that grip. Sadullayev still digging in on that right leg of Sharifov.
This is where Sharifov tends to score, is on these go-behind, dropping his hip. Sadullayev has vices on that leg as he's able just to hold and pull it in. Nice snap by Sadullayev, pushing and pulling and moving Sharifov to where he wants him to. He doesn't take bad shots. He takes shots when he needs to take them. And one step out.
Sharifov tried to hop skip his way back, out of danger, could not. Stepped out of bounds, a step out, 4-0. Sadullayev slowly pulling away. That late takedown, closing seconds of the first period, big.
Notice Sharifov's right leg forward, and he's really pushing the action, pushing forward, keeping his right elbow down as he pushes, and then comes right for the hard snap, moving Sadullayev out of position. Sadullayev's, his out of position is maybe just 1/8 of a second before he can move his feet, getting back in.
Action red, action blue.
A little stalemate verbal warning there, not a true verbal warning to go to the shot clock, to go to that activity period. And if Sharifov wants to win this match, he's going to have to attack. Now, that's easier said than done, trying to beat the weapons of Sadullayev in his hands and his elbows and his head. Very difficult, but he hasn't made a whole lot of attempts. And as we know, Abdul Rashid Sadullayev is not going to make a mistake. Up 4-0, that might as well be 9-0 with 2 seconds to go.
It has been an incredible week for Russia at the World Wrestling Championships. They win the Greco-Roman. The women place second in freestyle. The men blowing out the field, hoping to crown another gold medal winner, and it's their team leader. Referred to around the globe as the Russian Tank. The best wrestler on the planet tosses the shutout tonight. A 4-0 business-like, workmanlike gold medal performance against Azerbaijan.
As you hear Jason Bryant say, champion Mira. We've heard that a lot. World champion out of Russia this week. Very humble.
Missed some time early in 2019, recovering from an injury.